Yeah.
I remember that shit that happened with my grandpa. He was just like, it was just literally, he just didn't eat for a few days and then he passed out.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh my God, he had a stroke. It's like, no, he just didn't eat. Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? Microphone? There we go. This is going to be great for the podcast.
Yeah. At least it's working.
Yeah, right. One in a row. I'll take a small victory where I can.
Did you post the new one?
I have not. Wait, yeah, I did. I
Okay.
posted it on Saturday when you sent it to me.
No, I just uploaded the newest one.
Oh, well, then no.
Hold on, I gotta go see what's wrong with my fucking... No one's here.
Hey, this is the Jake Show coming to you live. It's just a guy uploading last week's episode of the podcast. Just getting that stuff done. We're going to be talking about some really exciting stuff this week, so buckle up, kids, as we get into it. So, first question on the board today. What's it like being awesome? Well, thanks for asking, John Boy 46. I just want to say that being awesome is a way of life. It's not so much a thing that you do, it's a thing that you are. And so in so doing, I've learned that I can project my awesomeness onto other people, and that's how you end up with a podcast. But yeah, it's pretty cool, I would say, doing these sorts of things. We've done 359 episodes of this show. That means that there's been in almost 7 years of podcasting. I mean, we're probably at 7 years at this point if we consider all the episodes that we've missed. Yeah, and at least I'm using the right microphone this time. But well, what you gonna do? Last week was funny when we did the whole dubbing over thing. If you missed last week, it's available on YouTube, right where you found this episode. Coincidentally, it's the one before this. And by the way, for all you motherfuckers that are out there that are like, hey, where's Joe Rogan? First of all, fuck Joe Rogan. Second of all, yeah, I said it on YouTube. Come at me. Second of all, do you really think that Joe Rogan's going to be on a podcast watched by 32 people? What's wrong with you? And for all you tech bros that are getting pissed off in the comments, I'm talking to you. So there's that. But yeah, so I'm just going to keep yammering. Second question comes from Wampa Runt 64. He wants to know who my favorite wrestler of all time is. That's a great question. For a long time, I would say it was Chris Jericho, until he turned out to be a QAnon psychopath whose wife was involved in the January 6th insurrection. So I decided to say, fuck that. Go Ducks. So there's that. I used to be a big Jericho fan. I was going to get a tattoo when he retired, but fortunately, between then and now, he revealed himself to be a fucking asshole. So I'm not getting the tattoo. Probably either Hot Rod Roddy Piper or Rowdy Roddy Piper, depending on what year it is. I'm also a big fan of the Macho Man Randy Savage. I really like him. Oh yeah, and since that was about the time I started watching wrestling. Robin's back.
Yeah. Where's Dave?
I don't know. Black Dave.
Huh.
I was monologuing.
I assumed you were talking to Dave, so then I sent a text. Why is Jake talking to himself?
Because there was no one talking on the recording, so I figured I'd do a one-man show until you got back.
Yeah, my dad texted me. She's not talking. So I go out there. The phone's sitting there. It's on. I put it on speakerphone. And she's like, he's not, there's nobody there. And then I can barely hear him.
Because the speaker was turned all the way down?
No, she just had it on like this and she just got bored with it, I guess. I don't know.
Sometimes I do that, but that's why I got headphones, because I don't like doing this for long periods of
She
time.
had no idea she was on the phone.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's like she's not talking. It's like, well, she doesn't know she's on the phone.
Yeah, but you can't tell him that. He doesn't seem to understand that she's not fucking functioning. I don't know if it's gonna take her having a stroke or something for you to realize it, but she's not all there, dumb shit.
Well, it's, I can empathize. I'm sure there's a large.
I can't because I'm annoyed with it because he's so fucking bullheaded and doesn't listen and doesn't understand that people are not always gonna be exactly the same all the time.
Yeah.
Sorry for cutting you off.
Well, that sounds annoying.
And she has a doctor's appointment at 10 in the morning. She hasn't gotten out of bed before 10 in I don't know how long.
Dude, that's like my grandma.
She hasn't showered in, 2 weeks because she showered before she had her surgery. And she can't get into the shower.
Is she on something? Like pain pills?
No.
Because I know sometimes that'll fuck with you.
No, she's like, she doesn't eat. Like she had 2 bites of her fucking Arby's beef and no cheddar, so it'd be just Arby's roast beef.
Just the Arby's roast beef, yeah. Single, probably.
Yeah. And that's all she's eaten today. And I was like, you need to eat more than 2 bites. It's frustrating.
Hey guys.
Oh, hi Dave. Nice of you to join us.
So I was scarfing down a bowl of Cocoa Pebbles, and then my big ass, when I went to drink the milk, Cocoa Pebbles milk from the bowl, my big ass beard made it go all over.
Oh, that's the worst.
I was like,
that's how I know I need to trim my beard.
Right.
I dumped a whole thing of KFC gravy on my fucking shoes last night and my pants, and it splashed up and got my sweatshirt. I was fucking pissed.
I'd be so annoyed.
Yeah. That's like,
coincidentally,
that's
I found a
sticky
recipe.
tar gravy.
I found a recipe for KFC gravy on the internet.
Nice. Usually where you find those things.
Yeah, I find a lot of stuff on the internet.
So let's see. No, you did not post this week's podcast.
It's rendering right now.
Oh, well, you asked earlier and you said you did it Saturday, but.
And then you said, no, that was last week. And so then I went and amended my behavior.
Well, see, I took off because I got a text immediately after saying that. She's not talking.
All right. Well, hey.
I need drugs.
Yeah, me too.
All of them.
There's just a few of them. I have a... Dude, I should do a... That would be fucked up. Do a point of Molly and go to work.
Yeah, I'm sure that would work out.
I'd be in a really good mood.
Oh,
I want to
shit.
take some Adderall and try to do homework and see if that helps.
It will.
It will. Have I ever told you guys my Adderall story?
Nope.
No. All right, I'll save it for the show.
Mm-hmm.
I have also had Adderall. The last time was fun.
I took it and then I realized I was really, really effective on it, but like I felt like my brain was trying to jump out of my head because of how it was like I didn't like how fast how I normally just bounce all over the place.
Yeah.
It was like I had another gear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been thinking about seeing if I can get some of that. The legal ways.
I'm trying to see what that might be like.
I'm trying to see what another. The other thing that worked was micro dosing mushrooms.
Yeah.
I could focus on that.
I don't know how to not do too many mushrooms because I'm impatient. I'm a stoner.
Yeah.
Like I want to smoke and then be high.
Right.
Like, I don't want to take the drugs and then sit around for an hour, like trying to
Mhm.
figure out if I'm high or not.
Yeah, and the next thing you know, you're laughing at yourself because the Sky movies told you that the clouds are talking.
Yeah, and we're just sitting around and the lights on the wall are moving.
hmm I was telling someone the other day about how at the game I made us move 5 feet because the shadows were moving. Remember when
Yep.
we were over at Jed's and I was like, "Hey, let's go," and everyone's like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "We got to move like right now," and then I walked took 5 steps, was like, "This spot's good."
This is good. I like this. This is better than over there.
Yeah, the shadows were moving over there. Over here, they're standing still.
I still don't think I've warmed up from that fucking game.
Oh fuck.
I mean, it's been 1 week since you looked at me. It's been in the 20s here. I don't know how cold it's been. Yeah, has it been the same down there?
Yeah, especially at
Sucks.
night. I
Well,
think
dude, like,
today it hung out around 36 today, and then
so
it's getting colder fast.
yeah, we're supposed to get snow again tomorrow. Like
Fun.
we like my shop isn't exactly airtight, and my workstation is closest to the roll-up door, and I had to move several vans today, and so my part of the warehouse was just cold all fucking day. Like I come home and take those like 20-minute warm-up showers.
That's like snow day cold.
Yeah. I was saying, like, I was telling Dave that my workstation is the closest to the roll-up door, and on top of that, the building's not exactly airtight.
Yeah.
And the door was open a lot today. Had to move a lot of vans.
That was like the shop I worked at in Albany when they moved me out to the annex shop, and
Yeah.
I had my own shop, which was cool because I could keep beers in the fridge.
Yep.
But also it was the oldest shop, and again, basically it was roll up door. There's my lift, and then that's it.
Yeah. They're just like, here you go.
Sheet metal siding.
Dude, I pulled a van in from outside. It was 30 degrees inside the van, and I was sitting on a stainless steel tray.
Do you have one of those rubber standing mats?
I don't. I move around a lot.
Oh, okay.
I would have to pick it up and carry it with me everywhere I go, and that's just not practical.
Or just refloor the entire place.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down for that as long as I don't have to pay for it.
Right.
But yeah, so I almost killed myself today. Talk about that.
Hmm.
Did you? Dave, did you see the pictures?
I just saw some pictures. I responded to the one of Bill in the hospital bed because I just looked at my phone. I got home a little bit ago, scarfed some food down.
Heard. Oh, I guess I sent one in the group chat. Here, I'll do this.
Saw the propane.
So here's
that Alice Cooper, Steve Crow one had me laughing.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Catch up, Dave. Fuck. All right, so I'm gonna send you Dave. Check it. Look at the anywhere in the world. The first one was the end result of what I did, and the rest of them are what my wrench looks like now, or my socket.
There we go. Now they're in.
Come on, baby. There we go.
Oh, Jesus.
You see that black spot behind the socket?
Yeah.
That's welded to the tub there. So I'm gonna take this socket and I'm gonna put it on like a chunk of wood or something, and I'm gonna put like "Don't be a dumbass" or something like it on there, so I can remind myself to not be a dumbass.
Right. Send that into 1,000 Ways to Die.
Dude. Dumb ways to die. That was me today, bro.
It just made me think, you just talking about not paying for the flooring, made me think of something. So at work, when we run a background check, state charges us $10, right? So we charge the customer $10 to do your background check. We have had a slew of lazy people that did not contact the DMV to tell them their new address. So we run their background check. It comes back canceled and says address is wrong. So we have to call them and be like, hey, this is your address is wrong. So they'll give us another address, run it again, wrong address. I'm like, finally I got to the point I was like, hey, I'm not running this until you call the DMV and fix it.
Yeah, because at
And
this
also,
point, I'm just charging you $10 a pop
yeah,
for you to
and
not
I was
have
like,
your address
also
right.
next time you come in, you owe us $30 more. Wait, why do I owe you $30 more? I was like, because you don't know how to do paperwork.
Right.
Like my boss, the owner's sitting right there, and I'm on the phone. I'm like, hey, I ran this 3 times with the addresses you gave me. I'm not running it again. You owe us $40 now.
Yeah.
And he looks over at me, and I hang up, and he's like, what does he owe you $40 for? I'm like, because his background check keeps getting messed up, and it's not my fault. I'm not going to pay for him being lazy.
Nor should you.
Yeah. So I was like, and I said, and you shouldn't be paying for it because people are dumb.
And he's like, huh.
Yeah. He's like, has this been an issue? I'm like, yeah, but I'm handling it.
I got it. No,
I'm handling it.
That's like I handle things the same way. I'm like, yeah, it's a problem. I mean, I'm taking care of it, but right now it's an issue.
Yeah, I didn't really need to bring it up to you yet.
I took care of it.
I took care of it. Oh my gosh.
I was at the pharmacy today for an hour, which sucked because I called in two prescriptions 2 days ago. And they're like, yeah, do you want to just wait a couple minutes? And I'm like, sure.
Like,
so I
how
sit down.
Minutes?
Well, to me too, but
Yeah,
apparently
it
means 60. So I'm just sitting there, and there's a little girl in there, probably 9 years old. Oh wait, she said what year she was born. Yeah, 9. Because she was picking up her own prescription. Her dad's out in the car, and she goes up and asks if she can get it yet. And they're like, we need to talk to your dad. We tried to call him, but there's no answer on the phone. We need his phone number.
He's just having a Fenty lean out in the car.
And no, he's just really fat and lazy is what it was. So they're like, can you just go get him to come in here? And she's like, okay. He comes back in, and they're like, yeah, we tried to call you. And he's like, what number did you try? Actually, my phone only works on Wi-Fi.
Oh, so you didn't pay your bill?
Yeah. So he's like, can you just put my mom's phone on there? Makes more sense.
Yeah, someone might actually pay the bill.
Yeah. And then he's sitting there and he's talking to me about his shoes and this and that. And I'm like, guy, I don't care. I've been here for like 45 minutes already just sitting here. Like, I really could not care any less.
And I'm going to look at my phone, and I would suggest you do the same, but since you didn't pay the bill, it's just going to be a bunch of apps.
Just sitting there. Yep. Uh-huh. You don't say. You're like, fuck off, man.
See, I developed the don't talk to me face, and it's usually accompanied by indoor sunglasses and headphones.
Oh, I can't do the indoor sunglasses. I didn't bring my headphones because I didn't think it was going to take an hour.
Right.
This was after my dad had been at the hospital or been taken to the hospital, and I was like, I need to go to the pharmacy. Like, I was planning on leaving for basketball at 2:30. He texted 2:29, or Heidi texted me. Somebody texted me like 2 minutes before I was supposed to leave. And so I was like, hey, Mom, I still need to go to the pharmacy, so I'm going to go down there and do that. She's like, bye. Like, she doesn't care.
Right.
She doesn't know what's going on.
She has no idea. Yeah. Literally no idea.
Who was that guy?
It was just, man.
Mm-hmm. Are they holding your dad overnight?
Yeah.
Okay.
For observation, or just like, are they gonna like poop him some more? Like shove some, stick a fleet in his ass and squeeze, or?
They're waiting on labs.
Oh, so he'll be there for another couple hours.
I guess.
And they'll be like, hey, your blood sugar's really low. Maybe you should eat something.
Well, I'm assuming they fixed that by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got him. They got needles in him, pumping
juiced
electrolytes and shit.
He's on antibiotics and shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure that's not helping with the stomach.
Well, no, not eating them. IV antibiotics.
Oh, gotcha.
No.
I thought he was on antibiotics before all this.
No, they didn't give him any. He's been like fucked up for a week and a half. He went in and saw them last Monday, and they're like, "You're fine. Can't poop? All right, drink this stuff. It'll make you poop." Well, it did once. Right back to that same shit or not shit, however you want to word it.
Yeah. I got given a laxative one time. And I was supposed to drink half the bottle, and I drank the entire bottle, and then nothing happened. And then I got really scared 6 hours later because I was talking. This was when I was getting into the Marine Corps, and because I'm a chubby little fat boy, so I need to lose some weight. So they gave me the laxative so that I'd lose a couple pounds, so I'd be where I needed to be. Drank the whole bottle, and it wasn't until after the entire process, like drank it at the hotel. They drove me there, ran through the whole dog and pony show, and then afterwards I was like, man, I still don't need to shit. And he's like, well, drink the other half of that bottle. And I was like, what? What do you mean the other half?
I'm gonna lift off the toilet when this thing finally happens.
He's like, wait, you drank the entire thing? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you should be shitting your brains out right now.
Like, well, I'm not.
Mm-hmm. And then when I finally did shit, it was just like a normal. I was like, iron stomach strikes again. Nothing can make me shit myself.
I'm gonna go try to make her go to bed so that I don't have to get up 20 times while we're trying to record.
Makes sense.
I do have. So I wrote down something for us to try to talk about. Start thinking about who you would want to do the Super Bowl halftime next year.
Who I would want to do?
Who you would want to do? Who you would want to do it? Mm-hmm. Who do you want to do the Super Bowl halftime show?
Let's play. Who would you do?
You can do that.
I did see
that tight-ass Christian chick.
I did see the clip of when Creed was at the Super Bowl. And I'm like, the last time the Dallas Cowboys went anywhere.
Oh. Dude,
at first I'd totally forgotten about it, but whatever his name's singing, and I'm like, is he wearing a Cowboys jersey? And then it pans over, and then the Dallas Cowboys.
Troy Aikman is standing there.
Yeah. Michael Irving's doing lines on the sideline. But yeah, I was like, wow, that's a long time there, Dallas.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Like, we'll get into it, but I had a realization when it comes to the Kendrick show, the halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
The people who didn't like it just have not developed an ear for hip hop.
Yeah. And that's
because, like, one of my buddies is like, I can't understand a word he's saying. I'm like, that's a you problem. Yeah. Like, he is enunciating almost perfectly and running up and down an 80-yard field that his entire he's going back and forth holding a microphone. Like,
yeah,
what do you want? That was an incredible performance from a technical standpoint. And then on top of that, the show itself had so many different angles and shit to it. Like, I don't know how anybody watched that. Well, it's because people don't appreciate art.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I was going to say, like, my stand on that, like, I didn't enjoy it. But you also know I don't really listen to hip hop.
Exactly.
But I do appreciate talent. Just because I do not like something doesn't mean I don't understand that there's talent involved.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I understand people that really liked it because I was like, okay, cool. Like, especially if you're a Kendrick fan, I get it. Like, it was well done. His songs, he played songs I knew. So
right.
If there's songs I know, then he has hits, right? But again, like I said, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't dislike it.
You just kind of watched it and you're like,
yeah,
okay, that was a show.
Yeah. I was like, okay, that's cool.
That's kind of how I felt about the Katy. Actually, I take that back. I became a Katy Perry. I have become fans of two different artists because of the halftime show. Katy Perry and The Weeknd.
Yeah. Yeah, see, both of those performances, again, not music I listened to, but I really enjoyed them as a show. I was like, right. These are fun and cool.
Well, because you can separate spectacle from content, context. You'd be like, wow, this is quite the show. It's like when Jen watches Drag Race. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know the ins and outs of Drag Race, but I can peep in for 15 seconds. I'm doing whatever and be like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I recognize that, but yeah. To me, that's what it came down to.
Yeah, I think when I started seeing a bunch of people dislike the show, that's when I really the wheels started turning in my head, where I was like, okay, I didn't thoroughly enjoy the show, but I recognized the talent and everything behind it, so I thought it was a good show. It's just not my music,
right?
And it's annoying to me when the people are like, that's not my music, so it sucks. I'm like, that's not how this works.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
I said
just because it's not your bag doesn't mean it's not good.
Exactly. I had a conversation with somebody once about Nicki Minaj, and I don't really like Nicki Minaj. And this person that I was talking to hated Nicki Minaj, and they're like, "Oh, she's a no talent hack." I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Let's back the trolley up here, because whether or not you value her talent does not mean she's untalented.
Mm-hmm.
She, at the very least, has a talent for making money.
Yeah.
And that's a talent you apparently don't have, because if you had the same talent that she did to make money, you'd have $6 million in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, and as I'm saying that, I'm realizing, oh my God, people aren't untalented. Their talent just doesn't hold value to me.
Yeah.
It's and that little change in perspective made it so that I wouldn't have given the Katy Perry show another look because fucking Katy Perry. But then I was like, let me watch it, let me appreciate her talent and see what happens. And then I became a Katy Perry fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like most people that are doing something have talent, but then there's the Kardashians.
Then there's man, fucking OJ.
It's always his fault. In fact, we're gonna blame Kato for this from somehow.
I read something. It went back to like they blamed the general manager of a certain team or somebody who introduced OJ to a different person who introduced him to Nicole Brown, who introduced and it's like if this guy didn't do this at this time, 3 people would still be alive and we wouldn't know who the Kardashians are.
That's it. It's slave ship owners' fault.
There you go.
We're bringing it all the way back.
Because of slavery.
Yeah.
Dude, that show was so funny. Black as Fuck. Remember that show, Robin?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they were supposed to come out with a second season. They got it all greenlit and everything, and he's like, I'm gonna go make a couple movies actually. And just left us hanging after 8 episodes of hilarious shit, and then just fuck it.
Did you ever watch Black Jesus?
Black Jesus?
It's pretty funny. No, not Yeezy.
Oh, Jesus.
It was a Comedy Central show, and it was just called Black Jesus, and it was a black dude who was Jesus just living in the hood, and it was just like Seinfeld or something, and everyone recognized that he's Jesus, but he's just hanging out.
Right. Like Family Guy, how there's Jesus in Family Guy, and he's just there.
Yeah, he's just there, and they're like, "What's up?"
All right, man.
Right.
Well, you people.
Are you ready for a good ass show?
Hey, you can't say you people this month.
Oh.
Wait, is that still a thing?
I think so.
Cool.
All right. Anyways, you people.
All right, here we are.
Show.
We're back again.
Back again.
Another edition. It's another episode of my show, and you might recognize him from trying to trip me up 10 seconds ago and showing up 10 minutes late. It's Dave.
Well, for Black History Month, I was 10 minutes late. Which is hilarious because that's not really a black thing. I also do it.
I don't know what the bell is.
Ding,
that was funny.
Ding, ding, ding. And speaking of Black History Month, the man with the 10-foot schlong couldn't make it tonight, so we got Robin.
Hey, I am 3% Nigerian, as we talked about earlier today. So I will be celebrating 3% of Black History Month in 5-minute increments.
So
my leftover KFC. And I am Robin. Anyway, bringing it back around. The originator of celebrating Black History Month at 5 minutes at a time. It's the hoop snake known as Jake.
That's me. One take Jake back in the saddle again. And yeah, I'm going to do it twice. Look at that. 2 in a row.
Hey.
2 in a row.
How about that? Catch me outside.
Yep.
Yeah.
If he does it, do it a third time, it'll be a streak.
Oh. I'm just like the Chiefs.
Yep.
Oh.
That was I hated the Super Bowl.
That was so not a good game.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of an Eagles fan. Like I was a big fan of Donovan McNabb and Brian Dawkins back in the day, like that era of the Eagles. So I've always kind of had like a soft spot for the Eagles. But I really wanted to see something we'd never seen before.
That's where I was.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm kind of the same way. I've always had a soft spot for the Eagles too, especially when they were the Philadelphia Ducks.
Yeah,
for a short stint where they just took all the Ducks they could. With Chip Kelly's like, hey, I know you guys.
I remember you.
I remember you can play professional football for me.
I don't have to scout. I already know you're good.
Yeah. And then they didn't do anything. But anyways,
Kenyon had a good career.
Yeah.
I was an Eagles fan when they had Reggie White and Randall Cunningham.
Well, there you go.
That was my team. Like I still have a Cunningham jersey somewhere.
I like how we all like the Eagles from different eras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you guys said 2 different things, and I was like, neither of them hit it. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really do like Sirianni too, just because I've listened to some podcasts with him this year, and he's basically just been like, "Fuck you, I'm the coach, you're not."
Because you guys
sit in the
think
stands.
I'm a big old dumb dipshit.
Yeah, and he's just like, so I've kind of become a fan of him just because I think he's funny, and also
you guys can go tongue my ball sack.
yeah, he's just calling out the fickleness of fans.
Oh my God.
He's like,
You
hey, by
picked
the way,
wrong city for that.
yeah, it's like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but you can't even spell the name of your team.
That's just the mayor.
There was another video where a guy did it too.
Oh, I thought he was doing it on purpose.
I thought he wasn't, but it might have been.
Because he misspelled it the same way, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like ELGLELS or something like that. Like it was all fucked up.
Might have been a different one. The guy I saw, EAGELS is what he said.
Oh, yeah, because that
Yells.
makes sense.
Yeah, the whole
Yells.
EGLs.
The EGLs.
Have you seen? And Robin, maybe you. I would imagine you have, but Dave, I
my
doubt.
neck.
My neck.
My back, your neck and your back.
Have you seen the video of Skip Bayless debating himself?
No, I have not.
No, but I could definitely see that being a thing.
Get ready.
Oh God.
Aaron Rodgers is historically, transcendentally, specially great. No, you know why? Because Aaron Rodgers is hot and Aaron Rodgers is cold.
Are you kidding
me? He is
me?
not consistently, historically great, transcendentally great. He's above anybody who's playing this game on a human level right now. He's also the most overhyped quarterback in the history of pro football. That is the most laughable statement you have ever made in the history of this show. Okay? So it's Aaron bleeping Rodgers. He's Aaron Rodgers, ERRANT Rodgers. Here's what you won't have an answer for. The play of the game and the play of the year and the play of this century. That was special. There was nothing special about this play. Yes.
Undisputed.
Skip and skip. That is good.
That's funny.
Nice job, Will Schlechter. Schleicher.
Yeah.
Shiza.
I hadn't seen that all the way through. That cut where he's sitting at the table with Joy Double Down Taylor in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, that was a good edit.
That was pretty good.
But it's hilarious to me. Like, Dave, you're talking about just the fickleness and of sports people. It's like, there you go. That's why it happens, because all they do for the most part is listen to ESPN and parrot what they hear first thing in the morning so they can sound smart around the water cooler like they know sports.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Aaron Rodgers and ESPN, did you hear that the Jets owner had a meeting with him and said, if you were to stay with this team, you're not going to be doing interviews with Pat McAfee on Tuesdays.
I did hear that. And I also heard that it's a long since decided that he won't be playing with that team anymore anyway.
Yeah, that's why I was getting the feeling of that Aaron Rodgers is done. He should go to the Vikings.
He has to.
If he goes first, he has to show someone his dick. Then he can go to the Vikings, and then he has to defraud the people of Mississippi.
Yep,
that seems like too far past the prophecy. we're just trying to Dune this thing up a little bit.
Well, that would just prove that we're in a simulation.
Doing it well.
Doing it well. Write it down.
I am.
So in the pre-show, when you walked away,
Aaron El Galib, is that what we call him?
Aaron. Okay.
I started the pre-show. I was like, I don't know why you guys think Joe Rogan's going to be on this podcast. There's like 35 people that watch it.
Oh God, because they're fucking idiots.
I was like, and listen, tech bros. Like, I'm talking directly to you. Like, let me get real close to the mic. Let me talk to you right now. Just
come closer.
Come closer. Here, come here. Mm-hmm. Shout out Jordan Stallion before he sold out.
Oh God.
But he sold, so good for him.
Yeah, got talent.
He has talent and focus.
He does have focus.
Because I mean, he's hitting those videos. I could not possibly I could, but it's like it would be a chore for me to come up with a new TikTok video every single day.
And there's people that do that shit. That's how they get popular on the app.
Yeah,
you have to post every day.
It gets easier, man. That's a hard part, but it does get easier.
I don't even know if I post every bicentennial.
No.
Man, I post very little on any social media. I usually just respond to shit.
Yeah.
Because
I post sporadically.
Yeah, nothing I really like. I can't remember the last time I posted a status on Facebook.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could find out.
I used to go through stints where I wouldn't touch it for a while, and then I would post a ton just about every day. And then that'll last about a month, and then I'm like,
all right, fuck this.
Yeah, I'm done.
Let's see.
Now
I'm looking at your your Facebook, Jake, and almost everything is a repost of something. There's Oregon at number 1, and then there's your dad posting on your Facebook.
Yeah, I'm back to October at this point.
I'm in September.
Yeah, it's just reposts. Everything's a repost.
Jake's Pop-Up Volume 2, August 11th.
There we go. Yep. Mm-hmm. But even at that point, I was really only sharing the fact that I got through tech math. It's not even really a status.
Right.
You know who posts on my Facebook more than anybody?
My dad?
No, it's just Robin. When he tags me in things, and then I approve it.
And I haven't even done that in a while.
Since last one was October 13th.
Oh, here it is.
For game day.
I posted on June 28th, 2024. You don't want to work with me no more? Okay.
Oh, shit.
And then I have one post in November for when I went to a restaurant in Medford that my sister and brother-in-law like.
Oh, and I remember that.
The only other post I did was I did a movie review for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh.
All I said was movie. I don't post about movies that I see at all, but Deadpool and Wolverine is one of those movies that makes me sad that I can't watch it for the first time again. That was my review.
That's fair. It was really good the first time.
Ooh, that's a good question. If you could watch a movie for the first time again, what would you watch?
The Hangover.
I was going to say Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder is pretty good.
Because I was absolutely rolling in the theater when I saw that movie. Not on Molly, mind you. I was rolling with laughter.
Tommy Boy, maybe.
Tommy Boy.
This might not be surprising, but Gladiator.
I thought you were going to say Saving Private Ryan.
I almost went with 13 Hours, but then I remember Gladiator, and I'm like, I'd want to. Actually, you know what? No, I'm taking Gladiator out. Not that it's not one like my favorite movie, but every time I watch Gladiator, I'm still like, this is an incredible movie.
Right.
I never feel like, man, I already know. It's like I know everything that happens in that movie, and I still get excited about it.
Deadpool and Wolverine might be the best answer though, because when you really think about it, fucking Brian's calling. He can wait. Because it has so many callbacks to so many other things. And even though we knew some of the things that might pop up or could happen, we were still pretty fucking excited for that movie.
Right. And there were enough twists. Like Chris Evans, we all knew Chris Evans was there.
Right.
And then it turns out he wasn't Captain America.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was just like, I just remember when the first time Rob and I went and saw it, the whole theater is just like collectively like, oh, like no one is not screaming. And if you're not screaming and you're annoyed, get the fuck out.
Right. Pick a different movie.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry you brought your 9-year-old son here, but fuck him.
Are we going to have any of that for Captain America?
I don't think Captain America is going to be as
referential
big, you know. I really do think that there is some, like Jake called it, just superhero fatigue.
Yeah,
I think they're pushing fatigue that way.
Yeah, they're pushing it really hard. And I do want to see Harrison Ford as a president again.
Yeah,
right.
Because all he does is play Indiana Jones, Han Solo, and the President. That's all he does.
Yeah,
Han Solo.
Harrison Ford he's like the 1A behind Kurt Russell. Because like Kurt Russell is in all of my favorite movies. And Harrison Ford is in the rest of them.
He's had some bangers.
Oh, that's the same thing like oh my god, like Morgan Freeman. I was watching
ever since I was a little boy.
I was watching Lioness, and then Morgan Freeman shows up out of nowhere as the Secretary of Defense or whatever he is, Secretary of State, and I'm like, you got Morgan Freeman? Is he just doing things for kicks now? He's like, I've made enough money. Like this seems like a fun thing to do. I don't want to retire and die in my mansion.
I feel like that's what John Goodman does. He's like, well, that sounds like fun. I think I'll go do that.
Like I want to see what John Goodman looks like now.
It's kind of cool when an actor that you like gets to that point in their career where they've made their money. Like now it's like, oh, I'm big enough I can just pick whatever I want. Like I don't do auditions. I'm Morgan Freeman. You know exactly why you're hiring me.
Right. You walk in like, hey, who are we considering for this role? Morgan Freeman. Oh, okay. Denzel is that way too?
Yeah. I feel like Denzel will slowly start to become Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
Morgan Freeman finally, like when he finally is like, all right, I'm done. Now I'm gonna sail off into the sunset.
For a while, I thought that was gonna be Will Smith. I thought we had Will Smith, Denzel, and Morgan Freeman, so I thought it was gonna be like a Pokemon.
How are we not talking about Sam?
Go Ducks. Oh, because we've got plenty to say about Sam. Motherfucker.
Shows up at the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
That's a main event of this because I'm sure we're going to talk about it for 20-25 minutes, so I'm kind of putting it off.
We could.
Definitely could.
He is our Uncle Sam.
Prior to that though, I took the train down to Albany and then rode with my dad up to Portland to go see This Is Led Zeppelin or Becoming Led Zeppelin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw it in IMAX, which was legit, dude. Like when my dad and I were conferring afterwards, and he's like, "That's probably as close as we could ever possibly get to seeing a Led Zeppelin concert." Because they had unreleased concert footage from a couple different shows, and they interviewed all 3 surviving members of the band, and they had some interviews from John Bonham as well. And man, just when you really think about John Bonham and the fact that he was hitting double bass notes with a single pedal, the dude was insane.
It's like that Russian drummer we watch on TikTok.
Yeah, that guy is ridiculous.
Like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
He's good.
I love a good double bass on the single pedal.
Wonder why that guy's not in a band.
I bet you he is. It's just not big.
Maybe.
I have a theory, because when I went to go,
Man?
yeah, I've never seen them, but
I have.
when I went to go see Death Clock a couple of years ago and Baby Metal for a minute, there was a guy who opened for them named Jason Richardson, and the whole time I was thinking about the basketball player.
I was gonna say, did he dunk?
Dude, we got there, and my buddy, who was also a basketball fan, we look up, we see Jason Richardson, and we're like, is he gonna be black? And so this dude comes out, and he's got like an ankle length red, like kind of a trench coat, but looks more like something you'd see in like a vampire movie.
Mm.
You know, like something like that.
Like a form-fitting trench coat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he comes out, he's got his guitar, and he walks over to an iPad, and he taps on the iPad, and the backing track comes up, playing through the speakers. And he gets on his guitar, and his guitar is turned up to 14 instead of 11. And he's just, I mean, incredibly talented guitarist, but that's exactly his problem, is he wants to solo for 6.5 minutes. And it reminded me of Dewey Cox from the beginning of School of Rock, when he's up there and just like going through the solo and still going through the solo, and everybody's just like keeping the rhythm because he's still soloing. I imagine that the dude was in a band for a while, and they're like, man, can you rein it back a little bit? He's like, no, I'm really good. I'm like, okay, well, we'll just get a different guitarist then.
Yeah.
I imagine that's possibly what happened with his drummer guy. I mean, too good, and wants to get his shit in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What's the John C. Reilly movie where he plays a singer?
Walk Hard, Legend of Dewey Cox.
And that's the same name as
School
Jack
of Rock?
Black's character in School of Rock?
Dewey Finn.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I saw the look on Robin's face because it was the same thing going into I was like, wait, hold on.
Because I thought it was Dewey Finn, and you said Dewey Cox, but you said it confidently, and then kept going with it, and I was like, I think that's definitely not the same.
No. What did I say?
Right. Oh, God.
So, Robin, you're the only one whose unvarnished opinion of the halftime show I haven't heard so far on this call. What did you think of Mr. Duckworth's performance?
Well, so first I get a text from my dad right as it starts. Can you go turn the oven on and do this and this and this? I'm like, fuck! Grab my headphones, put Hulu on my phone. So I'm like, so I didn't get to watch like the first couple minutes because I'm just listening to it. But
Right.
I still liked it. As soon as I got back into my room,
Mhm.
I put the surround sound on because I'm like, this is fucking good.
Yeah.
This shit
Mhm.
was like, every song was good. And then afterwards you get all the people breaking it down of the symbolism and I thought that chick dancing looked a lot like Serena Williams.
Turns
But I
out
was
it
like,
was.
that didn't make any
Mhm.
sense at the time. Turns out it was, and it did make sense. And
Yeah,
I was like,
'cause-
oh yeah,
'cause
that makes
it's
all the
almost like-
sense now.
Like, hey, remember way back when? And you're like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
oh.
No.
And I did have one of the old guy thoughts because I'm like, why is he standing on that good ass car? Don't be
Yeah.
standing on the fucking GNX,
It was just a set.
right?
Mhm.
And then
Because
I didn't see the people come out of the car when I was watching it because I'm on my phone and doing
Right.
all this shit. And then I later rewatched the whole thing and I was like, oh shit. Are those Mexicans? Because you don't usually get that many people out of one car. Like that's
Mhm.
I was listening to Wait, it's dun, 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 dun,
honk
dun.
honk.
All I was listening to Professor Sky's Hip Hop Review. Shout out Professor Sky's Hip Hop Review. And he was talking about it, and he said, he's like, this is one of the few times in this performance that Kendrick missed, because how do you not have Tommy the Clown come out of the clown car?
That would have been really funny.
But at the same time, like, he was doing something pretty serious and probably didn't want to underscore.
Yeah. Or undermine the whole
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
I read this later on, but I caught it during the show. His necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I saw it immediately.
Lowercase a.
When
I
I first
maybe
saw
even
it,
text Jake.
Yeah, you did.
The group.
The A minor necklace.
Yes.
When I first saw it, I was thinking Atlanta. The Atlanta Braves have an alternate where they have the lowercase a. That. So that's what I thought. I was like, "Where's Ken? He's not from Atlanta.
It's the opposite. LA.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure he's from California. I didn't know off the top of my head, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's from California. Why is he rocking an Atlanta Braves necklace? And then it was in New Orleans. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Again, okay, it wasn't that much thought, and then the song came on, and I was like, light bulb,
ding,
light bulb.
I had a realization of something that I had always kind of known, but I never really thought about. SZA's voice affects me emotionally. Like, when she sings, like, it moves me. I don't know why. But, like, All the Stars, and then they did Man in the Garden after that. And, like, when she's singing, I'm like, good Lord, this woman is a siren.
I don't remember ever hearing her before that, but I'm sure I have. I just didn't recognize her as a person, because when you said something about Here Comes SZA or something, and I was like, why is the Wu-Tang?
Yeah, this is the Jizza and SZA. Here we go.
That makes sense. So I was like, I don't remember.
When you said SZA's voice moves you, I was like,
the guy?
Wu-Tang forever?
Yeah.
Like, Wu-Tang's coming out with a new album.
I heard that.
Hell
They spent 10 hours in the recording studio and recorded 7 new albums.
Everybody's got their own solo album to follow up the main album.
Yeah.
ODB's just screaming somehow.
Yeah. And somewhere Inspected Deck is just chilling. This is where we name obscure members of the Wu-Tang Clan to show our street cred.
For Black History Month.
There we go. Hey,
we're not that good. Robin and I both thought SZA was a member.
What do you guys think of Masta Killa and You God? Which one do you think is a better member of the Wu-Tang Clan?
Just start naming off obscure members of D12 as well.
Like,
not the one
Bizarre.
guy.
Bizarre was in Wu-Tang Clan.
Video. I was in the back.
Wu-Tang Video. I was in the back.
He could have been.
Saint Lunatics. Now I'm just thinking of all the like major rappers that came out and then their groups.
The Killer Bees.
Saint Lunatics got on a basketball game.
What game?
Remember
Which
that?
one? No.
NBA Street.
Yeah.
Really?
The whole Saint Lunatics crew had a character in NBA Street.
I had no idea. That's
and they were all 5'5". Which when they came out in the St. Louis, like Nelly had a character in NBA Street, I was like, it didn't make any sense to me because I was like, he was supposed to go to college to play baseball.
Yeah, but MLB Street hadn't come out yet.
right? And it never will.
It did. They Midway came out. Yeah, Midway made a really fun game actually, like arcade baseball, and you can get on fire and hit double run home runs and shit. It's cool.
Oh, that's like King Griffey Jr.'s home run slam or something like that.
No, MLB Slugfest was the name of it.
Okay,
it was on the GameCube.
Okay, yeah. 64 had one too.
This shit was fun.
I was thinking about backyard baseball. How they came out with the backyard series of sports games.
Pablo Sandoval, baby.
Heard Jason Kelsey was trying to buy the rights to backyard baseball so that he could put out a new game. Because he loved that game.
Yeah.
That'd be worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, they come out with it and it's just ass.
So I didn't hear what you guys said about the halftime show, but I mean, like, there's like 9 songs that he played or parts of on that. Next year's Super Bowl's in San Francisco. Who would you want to see perform at the halftime show next year?
Seal.
As a seal. Seal as a seal.
We got to talk about the commercials too. There were some out-of-pocket commercials this year.
Maybe we should watch. We've watched the commercials in the past, but I don't know.
Let's see how long the supercut is here.
Because we could definitely do that.
How about Cooper DeJean, huh?
How about that? Giving the white boys some shine.
White
birthday.
cornerbacks.
Exciting whites.
On his birthday during Black History Month.
Yep.
Pick 6.
The top 10 Super Bowl commercials of 2025. And by the way, this is your reminder that the people who run the He Gets Us campaign own Hobby Lobby and refuse women medical care that they potentially need based on their religious beliefs. So fuck those guys.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that. All right. 18 best Super Bowl commercials is better than 10.
This is no lie. I got the Saint Lunatic stuck in my head.
Did Ludacris ever have a group?
Luda? Yeah. No.
He was a
Did he
DJ.
Yeah. I don't know if Ludacris had a group, but he had a record label, and then they all...
Dave, did you see the picture I sent that showed all of the area codes that Ludacris has hoes?
Yes.
I know Jake saw it.
I don't think I saw it.
Here's the picture. Oh, you probably can't see it because it's tiny. But Ned.
Oh, there it is.
Right.
I'm looking at it.
Okay. I thought that was really funny.
That's good.
All right, 11 minutes. That's not bad. Here we go. 18 best Super Bowl commercials of 2025. We'll watch them and then we'll give our thoughts. How about that?
Alrighty.
So we got a guy driving a car.
It's Vin Diesel.
Some ice cream.
Hey, Michelle Rodriguez.
Hey, Ludacris. Speaking of Ludacris, he's about to show up. Don't be fast or furious.
What happened to Fast Life? Not today.
What? All right.
Are y'all kidding me?
Not so fast. Oh, they should have got fucking from Game Day. Not so fast, my friend.
Yeah, Lee Corso. Not so fast.
Yeah, Lee.
All right, well, if that's number 18, that's we got celebrities. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you're going to have celebrities in most of them.
Yeah.
All right, now.
Mom, Dad, we have something to
this
tell
one
you.
was funny.
You have a twin brother we never told you about.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. So? What's his name?
Other David.
You called him Other David. If there's 2 Davids,
You called
one
him
has
Other
to be
David?
Where is he?
Left him in America.
Are you...
Beckham. Dave Beckham.
No way.
Hey, what'd you say your name was?
David,
Try one of these. That is the best buffalo wing in the county.
you eat buffalo?
No, it's just chicken. It was invented in Buffalo, the city.
So it's not buffalo.
You all right, man?
Still got it?
Come on, guys. Sorry, it's a thing I do.
You drink Stella?
I have taste, David.
There's something I have to tell you.
My brother is a famous soccer player?
Yeah.
So how famous are you? Like Matt Damon famous?
Maybe Ben Affleck famous.
That's a shame.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
that's good.
And now we got
The
Ray
meta
Man-
glasses.
Yeah.
What is this artwork?
Comedian by Mauricio
Star-Lord
Callan
and
for
Thor.
$6.2 million.
What?
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 That's a $6.2 million banana.
Are you kidding? We need to find you another banana. Bananas.
Gentlemen,
What a place you have.
who eats art?
Think you're supposed to say, hey, Meta.
Hey, there's a Kardashian.
Who eats art?
Yeah, right.
And then Meta would say,
Chris Pratt.
Hey, Meta, call my
Chris
lawyer.
Pratt.
What, your husband? Was this an actual ad? No. How was this good?
No.
Skipping that sucked.
I can't believe they let us back in this place.
Yeah, this
No.
one was for old people.
No good?
Yeah, I was like, no
Also-
one younger than me got this.
Also, look at it. They're using Hellman's. This is an East Coast commercial. I noticed it too because I was watching it on Tubi, and I'm like, Hellman's, we have best foods.
Yeah. Which is weird because this is in Seattle.
Oh my gosh.
You're right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So good. Oh, it's so.
This one's real.
Oh.
And
I've
Meg
had a
Ryan used
sandwich.
to be hot.
No.
Meg Ryan or
Whoa.
Jeff?
Whoa. Sydney Sweeney.
We've made contact with a new alien species.
This
and
one was
apparently
funny.
they're foodies.
Oh, foodies. The worst.
Mr. Ramsey will need you to cook for them. You'll have access to everything the Area 51 test kitchen has to offer, including top secret alien cooking technology.
Wait. That's just a Hex Lab pan. I've got these at home.
Unfortunately, it was leaked 8 years ago. The pan was developed using material from an alien spacecraft.
What?
Extremely durable, but low friction. Created to deal with a thick egg-like atmosphere.
You're saying the pan I used to fry my bacon is made out of flying saucers?
We don't have time for a science lesson, Mr. Ramsey. The alien ambassador is already here.
Whoa.
Not her. Him.
Hey, what's up, dude?
You know what I mean?
All famous people are aliens.
I'm not.
I meant like really famous people.
Seriously?
Oh yeah. Huh?
Puppy Monkey Baby.
Release the hounds. Puppy monkey baby.
I got really excited when that came on.
Yeah.
Maybe.
My dad
Like,
screamed.
I
My dad
shouted
screamed.
Puppy Monkey Baby.
So, yeah, that's what my dad did.
Oh yeah. I'm on the board.
I got excited about that part.
And then it didn't get any better. Well, maybe that part
Thanks,
was
babe.
fun.
You get the milk?
Now here comes a cow.
We'll do some Michelob Ultras.
I thought this one sucked.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
this one sucks.
Would you consider playing us?
Old people being old. Pickleball's
They're like-
stupid.
They're like, get the mom from Beetlejuice and Home Alone and that guy that was the Green Goblin.
Pringles.
Oh, is it the mustache one?
No, it's those two
No, I'm talking about the next one.
potentially.
Yeah. Because that was
Grab
when
Pringles.
Jake said something about facial
There's-
hair being a theme.
Yeah, this is our second flying facial hair commercial of the day.
Thank our fans.
Stash.
I'm just gonna go to the store.
I think you got mine.
I like it.
Ever since Reese's came out with their new chocolate lava big cup with a delicious layer of chocolate lava,
Ew.
people visiting the lava flows have been pretty
Oh, this
confused.
isn't funny.
Stuff looks delicious. I want to eat lava.
It looks so
I want to eat lava.
Taste. Don't eat lava. Eat chocolate lava.
Get in my mouth, lava.
Don't eat lava. Eat ooey gooey chocolate lava.
It's lava time, baby!
Eat new Reese's chocolate lava big cup.
Not a lot of people know about my side hustle with male hand models. But now I just discovered these. Relax Fit hands-free Skechers slippers. Comfy shoes with a little extra room you don't need your hands to put on. I just step in and go with no bending down and no touching. And to be honest, I kind of love not using my hands.
Come on, Andy. No one peels like you.
Sorry, bro. I'm out the game. Go hands-free with Relax Fit Skechers slip-ins.
Hey, Thor, we found your banana.
your Squarespace.
This one made me laugh.
Squarespace.
Because they copied that movie from last year.
Which movie?
Squarespace. Squarespace.
Fuck, I'll look it up. I watched it.
Like the demons
Squarespace.
of whatever.
In Demons.
Oh,
Was it-
Squarespace.
Wasn't
oh,
he
website.
in the Eternals?
I'm
Yeah.
sure it is.
I didn't see some of these
What
commercials.
if
Oh, hang
there
on.
was no galaxy far, far away?
Be very sad.
And there was no joy.
I
Whatever.
watched
And they never
I
did
watched all of them.
assemble. What if every second didn't
The
count?
Banshees of
and
Inisherin.
he
There
never
it
did
is.
remember who he was? What if she never did step into the arena and he didn't see more butts? And she never did let it go and no one ever did get murdered in this building, then that would really suck, wouldn't it? But hey, there is a galaxy far, far away, and there is joy, and they did assemble, and every second does count, and he did remember who he was, and she did step into the arena, and he did see more butts, and she did let it go. And best of all, a whole bunch of people did get murdered in this building.
You gotta be freaking kidding.
I need to rewatch that. That was
And
a good
aren't
show.
we lucky for that?
Hello.
Hello.
Jeremy is a method actor.
What is that?
Coming out to his ready. The acting method from the book.
There's a book?
He's preparing. He's doing his research.
I never did no research on nothing.
Exactly.
We're big time now.
You ruined it.
Do I ruin it, or do you have a breakfast named after you?
Oh.
What are you doing in there?
We're doing a Dunkin' Donuts commercial, right?
Right.
I'm just trying to find the character. I think I found a way in. You're from Boston. I'm from Boston. Duncan is Boston. Boston is Paul Revere. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. The redcoats are coming.
You're an artist, and I know what that's like. But how long is it going to take for the bean method?
I mean, I'll be ready in like 3 hours.
You should have paid for Matt.
I told you that.
Save $5 on that takeout order. $5 saved on.
I like that there are cross jokes where Matt Damon is making fun of Ben Affleck, and then Ben Affleck makes fun of Matt Damon. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
My $6 in savings on my grocery order. Carry the 2. Consider coefficients of sneakers equals.
How was that a top commercial?
Yeah, that was dumb.
Interesting little known fact is that the beluga whale has
This one was good.
of a human genius.
Hey, Richard. Got your phone.
Got your phone. Say my name?
Yes, I said your name because I'm a genius. Were you not paying attention, man?
Yeah.
Look at the size of my huge bulbous head. Look at your tiny
That's
little
Kieran
body. Do you
Culkin.
even know what bulbous means? Even my vocabulary's genius.
Can I get my phone back?
Not just yet, Richard. Want to know what else is genius?
What?
Finding the right credit card with NerdWallet. They got all these nerds that will do the work for you. Big brain
Nerds.
people like me, Richard.
Nerds.
A few simple questions, and boom, they match you with the right credit card. Pretty cool, huh?
Wait, you use credit cards?
You realize I'm a whale, Richard. No, but you do. All right, gotta go. Bye.
My phone?
Nerds.
We have the power to convince the world we know what we're doing.
It's the ghoul.
In fact, we do not.
Or Uncle Baby Billy.
Uncle Baby Billy's Bible bonkers.
Without ever stepping foot in an actual crime scene.
There will be a payday. Hallelujah. What a payday.
These symbols
They
probably
will come
symbolize
payday
something.
one day.
Nemmeno son guardare il cambio manuale. Astronaut? Nope. Houston, I'm observing some debris coming from Uranus.
Ah.
My hardest role yet? Small business owner. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. But GoDaddy Arrow does, using AI to build a logo, website, and social content. So I can start Walton Goggins goggle glasses. Because if your goggles ain't goggles,
That's why they've been selling
they don't belong on
those.
your noggins. With GoDaddy Arrow, it's like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, right. we're not watching the 40-minute supercut. Yeah, there were some that were missed.
Welcome to Dunkin', a new special.
Yeah, like on that first link up there, it shows the Eugene Levy one.
Yeah.
With his eyebrows.
I'll back it up.
Back it up.
Shit.
Bag it up. Bag it up.
Back
We're
it
just
on up.
backing up.
They will come payday one day.
Day.
You guys never answered the question though.
What was the question?
Who did you want to see perform at the Super Bowl halftime show next year?
Next year in San Francisco.
Because why have we not had Metallica, and why would we not have Metallica at San Francisco?
Money, I would imagine.
It's free. They don't get paid.
Oh wait, that's right. They pay. So then it's definitely not going to happen.
They gotta pay.
They gotta pay. Yeah,
No, they
Metallica's
don't-
not going to pay for fucking anything.
There's no money exchanged.
I thought that you had to pay to be getting the halftime show.
No.
I think you have to pay for the production.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I
one
mean, that
thing.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Imagine Katy Perry's gigantic Jaguar being paid for by the NFL.
Right?
For like a minute and a half. Like, thanks, guys.
California. They should get Katy Perry to do it again.
Weird Al.
Blink 182.
Chapel Roan.
Please no.
For the love of God. Don't even put that out in the universe.
Have you heard the rumor that she stinks, like physically smells
Like
bad?
smells bad?
She looks like a girl that smells bad.
She looks like she's sticky.
Like, I bet she doesn't wipe her ass.
She's one of those non-ass wipers.
She's a non-ass wiper.
She looks like she went to Burning Man once, and then that became her entire personality.
So my biggest beef with Chapel Roan is that she's like, hey, just because I'm famous doesn't mean you can come up and talk to me. Well, then don't be famous.
Wait, if you weren't famous, then could we just come up and talk to you?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
I'll talk to her. She's not that famous.
She's not even good looking. She wears her makeup like she's a dude trying to put his makeup on to look not like a dude putting his makeup on like a chick.
I followed that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's got to be your dog.
It's got to be your bull. Or we'll get Sabrina Carpenter to do Espresso.
Well, she should have more songs by then, hopefully.
Nah.
They should. What they should have done is got Taylor Swift, because that would be hilarious. Like she would have had to, if she would have had to do it this year.
That come down the middle of the halftime. Her soon-to-be ex-boyfriend's is getting his shit pushed in.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been really interesting.
She got booed out of the fucking building.
See that I don't hear the boos. I hear booing a little bit, but I was like,
yeah.
I mean, it's no fucking Vince McMahon telling everybody to shut up. You know, like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't get booed as hard as Trump got booed.
It was not that much heat. We've seen heat. That
Yeah.
was not heat.
But, sir, we have seen heat.
At best, that was canned heat.
We saw someone throw a cup of beer at Razor Ramon and he rubbed it into his hair. That's heat, okay, folks. That's heat, not just being a mid-looking blonde woman.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. That would have been hilarious. She does the fucking Razor Ramon.
It'd be hilarious if she knew who Razor Ramon was.
We find out that Taylor Swift is a huge Attitude Era wrestling fan.
Oh my god.
She's got an NWO tattooed on her ribs.
In red.
Yeah.
Because she's Wolfpack.
Right.
And then just says, sweet.
Oh god.
That would be okay. Now I'm trying to imagine different members of like different artists and what side of the NWO they would be on. Like Bad Bunny would be in the LWO.
God, they really rode the wheels off that whole NWO thing.
Yeah, they did. Because it was NWO, then there was NWO Red, which was a wolf pack.
Yeah.
Then after that, once it got into like 2000, there was the NWO Silver and Black, which was like a different faction. Then you had the Latino World Order, which is a separate faction. Yeah, they
led by Conan.
Orale! Orale! Yo, let me speak on this.
And then ECW had the Blue Meanie and the BWO.
Dude, like Joey Styles says during One Night Stand, he's like, for a gimmick that never should have made a penny, and they rode it to the freaking moon, and the best part is they couldn't do anything about it because it was a parody.
Right.
Which means, they tried to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Wickedy and his DWO, the Dead World Order?
I don't.
Where every time a wrestler would die, he would be like, well, somebody just so-and-so just joined the DWO. They're like, oh no, who died this time?
Who died?
Then he died.
And then he died.
So I forgot again. I need to watch wrestling, but like Robin and I are watching wrestling again. Dave.
I watched it again this week.
I'm probably gonna watch it after I hang up here in a few minutes.
Surprised we're not watching wrestling right now?
Surprised we're not watching wrestling right now.
Did they put old stuff on the Netflix wrestling stuff?
I think so. I think there's some. I think you can go watch old stuff on there now.
Okay. Maybe I'll just put it on.
You can still watch the old stuff on the cock.
Yeah.
I just watched SummerSlam 05 on the cock.
Maybe I'll just pick back up. I'll start anew.
Yeah,
and just start watching.
Just hop on Netflix and watch this week's episode, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, can you believe what happened last week?" And you'll be like, "What happened last week?" They're like, "Here's a replay."
Yeah. Last week.
Like,
Last week on WWE.
Man, if that guy hit him, he's probably pissed. Let's hear what he has to say.
I think I picked up at the perfect time.
You really did, because I've been I listen to Cornette's podcast, so I'm like aware of what's going on in wrestling.
Yeah.
But I really only watch pay-per-views. Yeah. Because the weekly show, like especially for AEW, has just been terrible. Like unwatchably terrible. Like not even to the point it's so bad that you can't even laugh at it. You can't watch and go, "Oh my God, look at these idiots." Like I would send Robin clips of, "Hey, watch this guy scramble his brains on the floor real quick."
They're so bad.
And then I just like
who's
MJF
the wrestler
is a bum now. Like who cares?
Who's the wrestler that wears jeans and then he puts his hands in his pockets and he does moves? Is that a guy?
Orange Cassidy. I hate that fucking guy.
I saw clips of that.
Is that a guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw clips of that and I'm like, I'm never watching wrestling again.
That's the worst name ever.
He gets up and his whole thing is that he doesn't care, right? Like he's lackadaisical. He doesn't care. And so he gets in the ring, or he comes out and his video is like, put a cool move here, put a picture here. And then he walks out and he does a thumbs up like this, and he wears sunglasses. He puts his hands in his pockets to do moves, and then he does like leg kicks. Like he taps the inside of his foot to your shins while the incel audience goes, "Oh, oh, oh!" And then he steps back and then does it again. And that's pretty much his whole shtick.
Is that AEW or WWE?
That's AEW. That guy would never
ever
work for the WWE.
Okay. The only other new name I know is like the LA Knight. I'd heard of him. I haven't watched. Is he good?
I like LA Knight.
I just remember his name was LA Knight. And I'm like, that's lame. That was what you came up with.
Like people don't listen.
Is there like a special meaning to it?
No, but it's a lot better than what they were having him do. And he marries Rosa on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They brought him in, and it's LA Knight.
That might be why I know why I've heard of him.
Yeah. But I like LA Knight.
I don't like that Cody Rhodes is on SmackDown because I didn't realize he was on SmackDown until like 2 shows ago, because he had been on like multiple times, and then after the Rumble he hasn't been on. I was like, why is Cody Rhodes not on here? And then I realized that the Good Championship is on the other show, and I'm like, that seems stupid.
Yeah, that is a little silly. But they wanted him on network.
Guy on here.
They want him on net. Well, hold on. Gunther's really good.
No, he's not.
I like him.
Cool.
Cool.
Isn't Gunther the Irish midget?
No, that's Hornswoggle.
That's
Hornswoggle. Yeah.
Shut up, Robin.
Like those 2 foreign guys. Like there's too many foreign guys on wrestling. First of all,
they're taking their jobs.
They're taking our jobs. Second of all, there are too many small guys.
Yes,
where are the Dave Batistas of the world?
I so strongly agree with the fact that there's too many small guys. Like, there used to be an axiom in wrestling that if you look like the audience, you will eventually be one of them. And the problem is that the audience got in the ring. It's right now in the independent scene and in AEW, there seems to be an air, and this is my opinion, there seems to be an air of everybody can play. Like, you don't have to be good. You just have to be entertaining, which is why
Why is Sami Zayn still on every week?
Because he can actually work.
He is not good, and he's annoying as fuck.
Well, I'm talking about AEW.
Oh.
Like, if Sami Zayn went to AEW, he would be the biggest guy on the roster.
That's crazy.
Like that's a reality situation. He has a better physique and is bigger than almost everybody on that AEW roster.
Yeah, like Dave would
And
be
he looks
bigger
like
than
shit.
just about everybody on that roster.
Dave could lift everybody on that roster.
And I've got a bum shoulder.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna hate the war. What are they called? The warmongers or something?
The Viking Raiders or something?
Something like that. Like, but then they get in there and they move pretty good and they're big guys. And I was like, all right, I like these guys.
Those dudes are good. They used to be called War Machine. But there's too much war, so we can't say war on TV.
We just got out of one. We're good.
No, we're getting back into it. It's okay.
No.
Well, we're starting the new wars.
Starting new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking here. Oh, that was the other commercial that I found like completely hilarious. Was the Ontario, Canada commercial. Like, hey, we're your third largest trade partner. We supply millions of American jobs. Don't go to war with us, maybe?
I missed that one.
Yeah, it was like the second quarter. There's like the people of Ontario support the people of the United States through multiple different ways. I'm like, that's quite the flex as Canada just to be like, oh, by the way, you're on your Super Bowl. We're gonna advertise Canada.
Yeah,
right.
We'll be fine.
It will be fine.
We've got the Gulf of America.
I saw something. It was like the Mexico has the chance to do the funniest thing ever, and it was like the Gulf turning Baja California into just Upper Mexico.
Yeah,
they should.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Trump finds out we have a whole state called New Mexico. He's gonna be pissed.
Yeah,
he's like, I've
New America.
We're renaming it.
It's New Mexico.
The newer Mexico.
A better Mexico. People are saying
better Mexico would be so good.
It's like making better Mexico great again. That's our plan.
Or what if he just jumped the gun and went to best Mexico? He's like, we're not taking any chances.
No chances.
They might try to jump us.
A lot of people have Mexicos. We have the best Mexicos.
We have the best Mexico.
We've got a Mexico. It's the most beautiful Mexico. I'm not saying this. People are saying it's the most beautiful Mexico.
They're so great. Everyone there is great. They support me, your president.
The tits are real.
But we're not talking about Colombia here.
They've got Heisenberg. Like he thinks Breaking Bad's real. We're putting an end to Heisenberg.
Oh my God. That's such a funny concept. Like,
right?
Trump goes to Albuquerque on for his campaign, and it's like, where's Walter? I want to go throw a pizza on the roof.
Saul Goodman is now part of my cabinet.
Right?
He's in the Department of Justice.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Oh my God.
Or as I like to call him, Jimmy.
I've known him since he was Jimmy. He got me out of my first rape case.
Oh my God. Best Mexico.
Best Mexico is the name of this episode.
Yep. Writing that down.
Oh.
Doing it. Well, it's pretty funny. Oh my God. Oh my God. So last week I wrote down times found porn. We're going to talk about the times that we found porn.
Oh yeah. I think I told my story a couple weeks ago, didn't I?
No, you stopped. You did not tell us.
Oh,
I
that's
think
right.
you may. Yeah.
I had something else I was going to talk about. I've completely forgotten.
I didn't write that down because it wasn't my idea.
Wasn't my idea.
Wasn't my idea. All right, let's. So, Robin, tell us about the time you found porn.
Well, I mean, I found it multiple times. My favorite one though was when I was a paper boy, and or was it? I was a paper boy, but I was also doing a thing for Cub Scouts where we went and collected.
See you later, boy.
We went and collected bags, or people used to save their old newspaper in paper bags, and then somebody would go take them to the recycle place, and like we were doing it as like a, hey, this is something nice to do for people. Well, there was this guy a block away that he's like, yeah, I've been saving them for years. I got a whole bunch of them. Like he literally had like a pallet worth. And so I load all these up in a pickup, and as I'm doing it, I noticed that some of it was not all newspapers. Like there's some magazines in there, and I was like, what if those were Playboys? And I pull it out, and they were, and I was like, oh, these are mine.
These are mine.
Stuffed them in my shorts. I'm like, oh yeah, I got 2 Playboys.
Why are they sticky?
They weren't. They were like brand new. They were in great shape. The newspapers like pressed them, so they were nice.
They were the best Playboys.
They were the greatest Playboys of all times. They still had the the little tabs you'd open. They had perfume samples. Like, remember smelling them?
This is what a woman smells like.
It just rub it on the page, on the centerfold, and then you just.
Yep, and just motorboating the pages.
I motorboated a page once.
Well, you guys.
She's a bitch.
Did you ever find porn?
I don't know. I can't think of any time I found porn.
I feel like you told a story about you and Billy finding it.
Yep, I was about to tell that story. We had a couple friends that lived a couple streets over. We are 6th grade, I think maybe I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
But we go over to my friend's house, and we go down into their garage, and we find a stack of Hustlers.
Oh God,
Hustlers.
Yeah, these weren't classy ones. And so we're flipping through them. First time ever seeing these, and my brother is watching them, and he just kind of looks at us and he goes, bleh.
He
throws up everywhere.
Disgusting. No clothes on anybody.
Right?
So
Where'd that tomahawk wound come from?
Why is it hairy? I was 10, and my dad was living in Cresswell. And I would spend the weekends there, and in the tiniest bedrooms in the world were in single wide trailers.
Right.
And so I had one of those tiny ass bedrooms with like the drawers are inset in the wall sort of situation. I walk over and I go to put like there's a chest of drawers in the bedroom, and in the top shelf or the top drawer of the chest, I open it up and there are hundreds of BDSM trading cards. Like, and I swear this is why I'm into alt chicks, because every last one of them, like it was all lesbian BDSM, leather and fishnets and chains and shit like that. And I remember just looking at all these and just like flipping through them like baseball cards.
Right.
And just not really knowing what I'm looking at, but knowing that it's interesting.
Nice. Did you ever have one of those pens that like you'd turn
the
it
naked
upside
lady
down?
pen?
Yes.
Naked lady pens are the best. I never
had one of those. I got it in Reno, Nevada.
Nice.
There was a kid in junior high that got his pen taken away when the teacher realized what it was.
Was it
Teacher never gave it back.
Of course not.
Yeah, they would beat their dick to it.
It was this. I still remember his name was Mr. Johnson. I don't remember his first name because you don't know teachers' first names when you're fucking 12 years old.
It was Mr.
Yeah,
it was Mr. But he
but
was
also like, why do they get so mad about the whole first name thing? Like, who really cares?
I think that's just an old thing. Like back in the day, you called adults Mr. or Mrs. This.
I always
like,
tell kids my first name is Mr.
Yeah.
They're like, what's your first name, Mr.? No, but what's your real first name? I'm like, it's not imaginary. It really is Mr. Miller.
No.
That's like when you made your driver's license say your name was Miller.
Right?
That's pretty good.
Still is.
Well, these people, they could have been
You
anywhere in
people.
the world to hear with us. We appreciate that.
Except for jail.
Check it out on YouTube. I go in for about 5 minutes talking to myself, and it's kind of funny. I don't know. I just kind of rambled, put some words together, word salad it up. But yeah.
Oh, the sentence.
Take Tylenol for headaches. Might offer any cramps.
Might offer any cramps. That's a show in the books. Hope y'all enjoyed it. But for this episode, this edition of my show, good night, universe.
Until we meet again.
Good night and go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.